currently in PA. Can he improve? That is the big question, and probably one of the only questions he does. Up to P5, a stunning lap from Hot Nuts, man. Nobby Nuts, he is just absolutely killed it on that last lap, and he'll get a third row start, Wilco. Great stuff.
Yeah, very good job. Look at those top four. Two and a half tenths between the top four, and then there's almost a second gap back to Nobby vibes. They're definitely midfield battles going to be best.
The mid-season break. It's green, and it is go, go, go here at Imola. And our championship leader, Voodoo, leads the way. OGT still in second position, but our championship leader, Voodoo, leads into turn one. OGT is in second place, and he's under all sorts of pressure here from GRT as we come through the Villeneuve chicane, and we head to the Tosa. For the first time we've got somebody off at the back. I think it might be Heat. So there was a yellow flag there, but everyone else has got away cleanly here. So it's Voodoo leading, continuing his good form from the first half of this championship. GRT in second, OGT, they're always close to each other. My Bingaling in form now in our top three, battling with GRT. Look at this. It is so close at the moment. Down to the Ravazza again. Lap 3 of this race. And OGT. OGT's around. We've got a bit of a close-up camera angle on this one. He tries to get that car back around. And, oh no, it's going pear-shaped here at the moment. And he's doing the Kylie Minogue at the moment. He's back onto the track. But where is he going to come out of that? That mistake has got him down into 4th place. I think there was a gap back to Aussie Thunder, but that's evaporated all too quickly, and now he's right in the pack, and Wolfie's got to get out of the way. In fact,
he decided he's going to pit.
He's decided. I think OGT decided for him there, Wilco. Thunder versus F1 Sniper. Ooh, almost getting him into the wall there. But F1 Sniper there on the outside. He was on the inside, now he's on the outside. And there's a bit of a slipstream down to the Tamburello chicane. Turn 1 of this circuit. Aussie Thunder versus Sniper, and Nobby Nuts racing with them along with Kilroy, and Sniper is off the circuit and onto the grass. I think he's going to gather it back up. And, don't say that, Wilco. Do not say that. And Sniper is around. Righty is going slow, and OGT.
This is going to be nuts.
Wow, OGT had to thread the eye of the needle there, Wilco, to get through that. Sniper and Righty had an incident there, and Sniper is back.
That is dangerous. That's
facing
borderline safety car.
The right way, and he's very much in a Lexus sandwich at the moment. Look at that, though. And good vibes there. We've got Lexus OGT, now good vibes in 7th, Harvey in 8th. And it is so close. Time. He's had a week off. He's refreshed, as we all are. But this man, it's been a faultless drive from the Nigerian Prince, and he crosses the line to win here at the Autodromo Enzo E. Dino Ferrari. He takes victory here at Imola and extends his championship lead. It's not over, though, for second place, because GRT is right up behind Binger. Is he going to have a go? Oh, that is so close. So close, but Binger takes second position.
Thunder and Harvey
and let's have a look at this. It's not over yet.
Got P4.
And this could be vital for the championship as well, Wilco. OGT, who is second in the championship as well. And there's going to be 4 rounds left after this race, but Aussie Thunder leads this pack across the line. 5th for Aussie Thunder. It's looking like 6th for OGT. So 8 points for him as the fireworks. They're so quick with those fireworks, Wilco, aren't they? At every race we go to, OGT pulls off. And
Mr. Hooker, Trev, your favourite.
LJ Hooker. Thanks, Mr. Hooker.
Bias YouTube channel, the home of motorsport.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're watching right around the world. Hello and welcome to round 7 of this KRL Championship. Tonight, we are watching the Tier 2 action from Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium as we take a look at our championship leader heading up the famous Eau Rouge, or is that Radion, in fact, but Voodoo is, no drivers have set a time as yet, as I welcome the great man alongside me, Jason Wilkinson. And Wilco, it is wet.
Oh, it is wet as at the moment, so this is the first proper wet session these Tier 2 boys have had pretty much ever, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty hard for these boys, but it is like extremely wet. It's heavy rain at the moment, and it's just going to get heavier and heavier throughout this quali session. So maybe the race, which is in-game at the moment, it's about just after 5 a.m. on the Saturday. The race starts at 5 a.m. on the Sunday, so there's a chance we might have different weather for the race, but yeah, it's going to be a very tricky quality session here for all these boys. Quickly go through the list. So we've got all the usual boys, and we've got Harvey, Righty, and Bardas makes his debut on the wildcard entry tonight, so those three will be sitting in the pit lane, and they'll be starting from the back of the grid just to spice up the race a little bit. And there's a good chance I might be using the safety car if these are the conditions for the race, Trev.
Well, the chances are looking pretty good that we will see a safety car here tonight. Less than 10 minutes remaining in this qualifying session already. We do apologise for the technical difficulties which we had at the top of our show, but it seems it's almost tradition. I seem to get kicked out of the lobby as soon as I go into it each and every week. But big hello to our viewers who are watching. OGT, Voodoo, J-Mads, who wants to know, is the safety car finally about to get used in Tier 2? Well, it hasn't been a feature in Tier 2 as yet. We saw plenty of it in Tier 1, of course, last week at Imola. But given these conditions, there is a pretty fair chance that we are going to see it here tonight. But 15-minute qualifying session, 30-minute race. And as you can see, these conditions are wet, wet, wet. As we might just flick through now. Bardas in the pits. OGT out on track at the moment. And Wilco, it's a very, very long lap around here as Voodoo sets the first time of this session with a 2 minutes 38.391 to get us underway. And my goodness me, the conditions...
That is about 20 seconds slower than dry times. That shows how wet it is. And look, first and second only split by 3/10 on nearly 2 minute 40 laps. That shows how close these boys are going to be. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be the wet weather master, which we haven't really seen. So is Voodoo going to be quick as he is in the dry in these wet conditions, or is the that Lexus is very handy in the wet, so that opens up the door for OG and Heat, Nobby Nuts, who just went up to P3. All those boys are going to be quick too. So. And GRT is a handy driver in the rain as well. So it's going to be very interesting tonight. We'll see what these quality times can do and see where everyone is going to be starting for the race.
As we take a look at that time from Good Vibes as well, just 0.3 of a second off of a Voodoo there with his 2 minute 38
GRT
lap.
is about to cross the line.
And let's have a look at what GRT is doing. A fantastic turnout once again tonight, Wilco. 16 drivers, if you don't mind. Absolutely fantastic stuff. 20 corners around this circuit as GRT comes out of the last of those 20 corners. And where is he? Only good enough for fourth position. Well, Nobby Nuts, that's not a bad lap from Nobby Nuts either, Wilco. We're going to see probably a little bit of a field spread tonight, I'm guessing, in these conditions. And it is a very long lap, like we've said, but you can just see the spray coming off the back of those cars. And the visibility as well is not going to be much better, but we've got some movement there. Mac Miller with up into fifth, 4 seconds off the pace at the moment. Rick Oztech as GRT, he's having a moment at the top of Eau Rouge, and he's around. Who else have we got on a hot lap here, Wilco? We'll just go through.
Voodoo's the next car to cross the line. But just if you look up to the top there, I don't know if everyone's going to be able to see it. You can see those little rain icons. So in the next 2 minutes, the rain's going to get heavier, and then in 6 minutes, it's going to lighten off. So if you're the last car across the line, you're going to have to pretty much smack on with that last car across the line with only 6 minutes until it starts lighting off with the rain. You could have the best of the conditions. So it's not over until the fat lady's singing, Trev.
Certainly not. And I'm sure she will be singing at some stage tonight. Very reminiscent of the qualifying we had here many, many years ago. You probably weren't born, Wilco, but I think Rubens Barrichello got pole position here, and it was pretty much the same scenario. The last, whoever was really the last to leave the pit lane and leave their run in qualifying to that last minute as the conditions were drying out many years ago would take pole position. As we take a look at GRT, back out onto the circuit, Mac Miller in the pits, Rick Oztech.
Nobby Nuts, next car.
Nobby Nuts, let's have another look at Nobby Nuts. So I just had a look at Rick Oztech facing the wrong way here. But as we see through Blanchimont, this flat-out run, pretty much from Stavelot, isn't it? Right up to the old bus stop chicane, which I think is just called the chicane now, which has changed a fair bit over the years. Nobby Nuts out of that final corner then. 1 second off of Voodoo. Can he cut that gap? Oh, no, he can't.
Number 13, Sniper, F1 Sniper across the line. What's this Audi got in the wet conditions?
Let's have a look. F1 Sniper goes up to 7th.
And Heat, next car. So as long as these boys start setting a lap time, get a banker in, you might better jump up on people who aren't doing laps. So at the moment, you've got Barters and Harvey starting 9th and 10th, who are not allowed to do qualies. So that could be interesting.
So
hopefully all these other boys, Binger, of course, where is Binger? He's just coming out the last corner now, so he's starting a lap now. So he's going to want to do a lap. And you've got Static Hazard, who's back this week. Remember, he won last time out. He was racing, which is at Pisano. So he missed last race at Imola, so he'll be back there tonight. As Nemo says hello. Hey, Nemo, how you going?
Nemo, a big Kia Ora to you. You've lost one of your own, of course, in Alan, who has moved to Sydney during the course of the week.
Then he's moving to Melbourne.
Then he's moving to Melbourne. I was thinking that. I thought, why on earth would you want to go up there when you've got Melbourne? The sporting capital, the food, the women, everything. Not that I look at women, of course, as I'm married, but I've got to say that, Nemo, good night to you, whatever good night is in New Zealander. But he's called him a traitor there. He's not too happy, Nemo. But Kia Ora to you, and have a good sleep over there. I know it's a few hours later over there in New Zealand. So thanks for tuning in, leaving a comment and doing all that sort of stuff. And my goodness me, these conditions, you can see heat. I'm just looking at Heat's car here, Wilco. It looks to have damage on the driver's side.
And on the rear as well.
Also on the rear as well. But let's just recap. Then Voodoo is in the pit lane. Here he comes, 2 minutes 38.175, which I believe was, what did we say? We'll go 20-odd seconds off of what we might see.
About 19, 20 seconds. I think best or Heat's off. I might go on board with Binger maybe, because he's the next car. Good Vibes, sorry. Good Vibes gone through Blanchimont now, who might have just got an invalid lap, so forget him. Nobby's next car across the line. But
in these conditions,
these conditions
Good Vibes.
Tricky.
Good Vibes is around, and I've got to say the conditions very different from that hot lap video we saw from Good Vibes at the top of our show. And is he going to find his way into the pit lane there, or is he's continuing on? So, yep, he's going along. Let's have a look at Nobby Nuts now, coming up to the chicane. And currently in 3rd position. You can see the field very spread out. Not used to seeing this, are we? But obviously the conditions, longer circuit, Wilco, more decisions to be made, more corners. Conditions are worse, so more decisions to be made throughout the course of the lap. But look at that, 3 seconds off of pole position for GRT and Heat. And then we've got Mac
jump
Miller.
on board with Binger here. Binger is the next car who's in P13 at the moment, so he needs to get this last bus stop chicane right, and he should jump up the field. So let's have a look what Binger can do. Who's meant to be really, well, he's very quick here. I did race him a couple of weeks ago around this track, and that Nissan hurls on the straight, Trev. It absolutely takes off. So out of the last corner, what's Binger going to do? P13, and he's up to P2. There we go.
Wow.
That's what we wanted to see.
Look at that Nissan.
And he's got another lap to go, and the rain's just easing off a little bit now too. So this could be interesting last minute. Voodoo, who's back out on track now, so he's going to get another lap. He's just gone through Puong now. But yeah, maybe the next car we might have to jump on with Sat, who is on a lap at the moment. He's on a valid lap. He's next car to cross the line on a valid lap, just gone through Puong.
Let's have a look here.
But yeah, see, they have to lift off so much to Eau Rouge now. It's so slippery.
So slippery. And you got to be very tentative on that accelerator pedal, don't you, Wilco, in these conditions? Because before you know it, you can be facing the wrong way. Thank you, Nemo. And speaking of facing the wrong way, that is not how to drive in these conditions. And Static Hazard, who was on a valid lap, Wilco, is now off the track. He looked like he was damaged to begin. That looked like he was carrying a little bit of damage there on that car, but now he's off, isn't he, into the pit lane. So we've still got, what have we got? 6 drivers yet to set a time, and one of those
OGT
is OGT.
He's the big one, yeah. So he actually dropped out of the session just before, and he's joined back with about 3 minutes to go. So he obviously decided, once I've reloaded my setup and gone down the extra long pit lane, he wouldn't get a lap in. So he's starting P11 at best, unless Kilroy. Where's Kilroy? He's not going to lap in either. So Kilroy, so that's probably the best OGT's going to start, as everyone else in the pits. And
Let's take a look.
So Binger's still going for pole. Where is... Oh, so Voodoo just started the lap now, so that could be crucial. He could be... Or you got Nobby, but Voodoo could be the one to watch here, because the range just eased off a little bit more. Binger's just going through, starting the last sector. He's not going to get another lap in. But he's... Yeah, Voodoo's just gone invalid lap, so that's his lap done.
So Voodoo.
So now it's up to Binger, and Nobby Knight's crossing the line right now. What's he going to do? And he's going to get another lap in too, which is crucial there. Nobby goes up to P2, so he's going to get one more lap here.
Oh, and
Where's
Kilroy
GRT?
is off as well.
Oh. Alright, so
And-
number 13, so F1 Sniper. So we've got to watch... Oh, Nobby's gone straight ahead at turn 1, so he could have probably gone for pole there. He just started the lap on the... You can see the rain's definitely eased off here, so... Binger's next car across the line.
So let's have a look at my Bingerling, who was up into P3. So it is fairly tight at the top there. You can see we are finished for qualifying as Binger comes across the line. 3/10 off of pole, and
Hey!
he goes on to pole position.
Aussie Thunder next car.
Aussie Thunder, next card across the line. Let's see what he
Pole
can do.
position for Binger, what a lap.
But Binger, look at that, Voodoo. Wouldn't be surprised to see the safety car of this weather, if it's this weather for the race. We were just mentioning that earlier, Voodoo, and there's a pretty fair chance that might happen. As Aussie Thunder through the final chicane now. Looks fairly good this lap, considering the conditions. Nice and clean, of course. Currently in P8.
Spin off that curb.
And he comes across the line up to
P6.
6. So there we have it. Up to 6th position there for Aussie Thunder. And wow, well, what a qualifying session we've got here, Wilco. OGT second in the Drivers' Championship, did not set a time, and will start from outside the top 10. Incredible. Voodoo's been knocked off that pole position by just 1/10 of a second, and Binger, well, we called it early in that Nissan. He's taken pole position. What a lap from Binger there right at the end, Wilco.
Yeah, so that's definitely going to be interesting now. So for dry race, Voodoo's going to have trouble passing Binger, and the race is wet as well, so this is going to be interesting, boys. So we got 3 minutes till the race starts, so we'll get Trev to jump out, and we'll catch you all in about 3 minutes' time when the race starts, with OGT starting 11th, Kilroy in 14th, and then the wildcards of Barters and Harvey starting P12 and P13. So that's going to be interesting to watch. Catch you all in 3 minutes.
Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back right after this for round 7 of this Tier 2 Championship.
Welcome to the Kid Buyers YouTube channel, the home of motorsport.
Welcome to KRL. In your screen at the one time. Oh no! Look at this! Harvey Norman looking to make moves on Mighty Murph, but I reckon Barnes is going to make him pay. And he sticks it down the moments. Cartoon almost sends Wilco off, but Wilco manages to keep his foot in the championship. But the new boy up to P5. Look at that, he's trying to break the slipstream on the main straight. But he is under pressure here. Great effort from Static has first, second, third, fourth, and fifth all together. He's got a run on him. Is he going to make a move down into turn one? I reckon he is. Down the inside, he's basically fully sending it. The final corner. He will take P7, I reckon, but Jimbo and Rob Dog, he's going to get his first points of the year as well. Who's going to take? It's time to go racing for KRL. And it is go, go, go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are racing here, and it is Binger leading the field through a very wet Eau Rouge for the first time in this race.
Safety car.
And we've
already
got the safety car. The safety car has been deployed already. GRT's off at the back. Rick Oztech, very reminiscent of that race in 98, I think it was, in the Formula One, where we had that pile up a little bit earlier than this. But look at this, yellow flags are out already. And Wilco, have we called it? Have we got a safety car already? Or?
Yep, we got a safety car. We got a safety car. Yep.
So there is Jason Wilkinson in the pit lane there, but Binger leads, Voodoo in second, Nobby Nuts. So the top three haven't really changed, or the top four in fact, but a few guys are off down the back. Mac Miller, F1 Sniper, he looks to be in some trouble. And OGT, we didn't get to those points, but he's down in 14th at the moment. Static Hazard. Looks like
OG.
my old, just going to
Yeah, those last three there were the ones that hit the wall at the top of Eau Rouge, so they all got tangled. F1 Sniper and OG, I don't know who the other car was, I'm guessing it might have been Mac, got involved in that incident, but there shouldn't be too much damage for them. They did sort of slide off and lose a lot of speed before they tapped the wall, but all three of them were in the wall, so that's the reason for the safety car, Trev. I get to bring it out.
There we go. You get to bring the safety car out as Kilroy's off as well down the field. Static Hazard. That bonnet looks a bit like when I knocked that kangaroo off that time, but very damaged indeed, I've got to say. As Drew says, let's go, Mac Miller. Where is your man down there in 16th position? He was involved in some carnage early on in this race. And this
track.
Looks a little bit wetter than qualifying does. I know qualifying was wet, but we saw those conditions easing up a tad. But this looks very, very wet indeed. You can see that at the top of your screen. Wet. It's not getting any lighter in the near future either, is it, Wilco? So it's going to be a challenge to keep the car on track.
It is actually in 6 minutes. It's going lighter. So that's going to be quite interesting there. So the boys might not want to pit too early, because if you pit now and it dries up towards the end, it could dry up pretty quickly around this track too, because it's actually pretty windy. What is it? Oh, it's only 5k wind, but it looks like everyone's pitting at the moment, Trev, which could be big.
It could be a big call, this, as Binger and look at this, we've got the pit stop action. I think they're just about all of them are coming in. Look at this, Binger, Voodoo, Nobby Nuts, Good Vibes, Heat, Aussie Thunder, Harvey, GRT, Barters, look at that. Right down from...
I'm just sitting here by myself waiting for everyone.
And you might be waiting for a while there, Wilco. Whereabouts are you? You're after Eau Rouge. Are you on the Camel Straight, I think?
Yeah.
No, Camel Straight there, but you might be waiting for a long time, because everybody, and I mean everybody, is in the pit lane. This is
good.
incredible.
Everyone's getting their pit stops out the way, so it's going to be straight out sprint race now. So
I guess
we'll see. It's a bit of a race. So who's going to drop first? It should be Binger. But it's going to here's the race. Who's going to drop first and get out?
And incredible scenes here at Spa, because with everybody in the pit lane, like you said, Wilco, it's pretty much going to be a sprint race, isn't it? Because everybody's made their mandatory pit stops, and is that Voodoo coming out of the pits already? So I think Voodoo might have jumped Binger here. So Voodoo will have the race lead.
Whoa,
wow, so whether Binger had some... I don't think he had any damage or anything, did he? But he's just had a bit of a slow stop there. So Binger coming out in second position. I think that might be Nobby Nuts.
Nobby, Aussie Thunder, that's jumping. Oh, all I can see is the live Delta, and it looks like it's Voodoo, Nobby, Binger. So
there we have it. Interesting stuff. So this has mixed up the order as we come out of this never-ending pit lane, which incorporates the F1 pit lane, the current pit lane, followed by the old pit lane as well. As you can see, it's, I guess, given the time that you lose in that pit lane, Wilco, it's understandable, especially in these conditions, these guys getting their pit stops out of the way early.
Yes, it is. So I'm going to start moving up, getting some speed up now. So safety car is on the track. You don't have your safety car thingo, do you, Trev? You didn't fix it from last week.
No, I seem to have lost that safety car graphic, which was rather impressive while it lasted. But there we have it. So, Jace, there is the safety car now, that beautiful... is it the Aston Martin, is it? We've got the green safety car there, sponsored by our good friends at Fanatec, of course. But Voodoo now in first position. Amazing stuff. It's got Nobby Nuts. I'm seeing Nobby in second. Is that Good Vibes in third? What's happened to Binger?
Binger's third on my screen.
Third. Oh, here we go. Sorry, we're just getting the updates now through the first sector. And Binger...
Oh, Harvey and someone's spun at the back there by the looks of it.
And Harvey has lost it on the Kemmel Straight. I think that's the second driver we've seen lose it there, Wilco. I think we saw Static as well have a moment down there as GRT
I saw
comes
Rick
through.
Oztek was yellow as well, so maybe he's got involved in a crash with him under the safety car, which is always a big no-no.
And that is not good at all. But all the while, for everybody out there watching this live stream tonight for KRL, the clock is still ticking, isn't it, Wilco? It doesn't stop, of course. We're not...
No, so it's pretty much going to be a 20-minute sprint race.
So
I'm going to try and make this just the one lap. So you got who's a Static Hazard. If he catches up, then we should be good for
so we've
to
got
go this lap.
Kilroy coming through Lecom, I think, at the top of the hill there. Static Hazard still coming down Kemmel Straight there. So if Static Hazard can get onto the back of this train, then we might be able to go racing. Of course, it is a long lap around here, probably the longest circuit on the calendar. Don't hold me to that. But I'm guessing, what is it, about 7 kilometres, I think?
Yeah,
7 kilometres or
like
so, something like that. I think in the modern circuit with the new pit lane and bus stop chicane. Thank you, Wikipedia. 7.004 kilometres or 4.3 miles. 19 turns, lap record around here, the all-time lap record, Valtteri Bottas back in 2018. I don't think we'll be seeing 146s here today, given these conditions, of course, but Static is not too far off the back of this pack here. Wilco, Kilroy as well.
Righty's just gone for damage. He's got bad damage, so we'll let him go if he can. He might have to tow it back to the pits, but...
And righty. So this is where we releasing these cars now, aren't we, Wilco, to let them go off, and righty's off again there. No, he's just, I think he's got some heavy damage.
He's got massive damage.
He looks like he's left that thing in Frankston overnight. He's got, I'll tell you what, the windows are gone as well. As you can see, look at the front of that car. I think we might be getting underway, are we, Wilco, or what's going on here?
Yeah, he's going to be gone for a minute, so yeah, let's get going.
So we are ready to get back underway. So that's right, we're going to have a sprint race, 22 minutes in this race. Everybody's made their pit stops. Righty is making another one. But I think we've got most of them. 14 of the drivers, 14 out of 15 ain't bad, is it? So we're ready to go racing, and I think Wilco is peeling off into the pits. And finally, we can get ready to go racing. So Voodoo now takes the lead of this race after the pit stops. So it's worked out very well for our championship leader, not so much for his one of his main championship rivals, Binger. But here we go. We are go. Here it's green flag racing once again. And Voodoo streaking away, literally, as the streaks come off the back of that Ferrari. And then it is Nobby Nuts in P2, followed by my Bingerling and Good Vibes as well. Barter's not too far behind him. And here we go then. Voodoo leads us underway. We are underway, and Binger Binger having a little bit of a cheeky look at Nobby Nuts, but nothing doing on that occasion. You'd be a brave man to pass heading up the hill at Eau Rouge. But Binger is lining him up here, Wilco, and looks like he's going to have a go down the Kemmel Straight. Is he going to get a run on him here?
Oh, Barter's in the wall. There's a big puddle at the left-hand side of the track. But Binger got it, and then Barter's just got it then. So that is what probably caused a lot of people to have some problems there. So it's that's big there. There's a massive puddle just almost on the DRS line, Trev. You know the DRS line on F1.
Yep.
So
and
Binger got that. He had a big moment, and then Barter's has just fenced it big time.
So there must be a little river, or we usually get little sort of those big puddles, don't you, Wilco, around this circuit? Almost like rivers, don't you, around this track when the conditions are like this. But Voodoo leading then by a second or so. Nobby Nuts in second. Binger not too far behind him. Barters, where is Barters? He's going to have a lot of damage after that, Wilco. He's down in 13th, and you can see the damage on that Ferrari. And that is not what you want to see, Wilco, considering there's still 20 minutes to go in this race. But I've got a feeling that he's not going to be the last of them here.
No, definitely not. It's very easy. These curbs and these conditions are wet. They are just like ice, so you've got to be very careful with that. But Nobby, tell you what, Nobby, you could be on for a nice podium here, Trev, which could be good to see. He's a very good man, Nobby, and it's just going to get lighter and lighter, these conditions, so that's what you want to see.
As Albert has joined us. Buenos noches, everyone. What did I miss? You have missed a fair bit, my friend, because we've had a safety car, we've had incidents aplenty at the beginning of this race. We've had Jason out in the beautiful Aston Martin safety car. We had Binger take pole position, Albert, as well. And then everybody came in on the first lap. And then as Mahoney joins us, says great conditions. And you can see it is absolutely pissing down, which is an Australian saying, Albert, but completely forgot. Hi guys, hello to you, Victory Rider. Great to have you with us once again here. 10 people watching the stream as Voodoo comes across the line to start lap 3 of this race, but it has been all action in the opening 3 laps of this race. Safety car crashes. You name it, we've had it at the moment, but with 18 minutes to go, this man is building a lead at the front, Wilco.
Yes, he is. So let's just keep an eye on everyone's going to stay right up the top here as you come onto the Kemmel Straight here, because there's a big puddle on the left-hand side, which is what a couple of the boys... Apparently, Righty's saying Harvey got that puddle, which is what caused him to spin as Voodoo grabbed that puddle. Nobby got the puddle then, so I'll tell you what, everyone's going to be careful through this... here, turn the traction control up, I reckon.
And they've just got to tiptoe through the tulips, as we like to say.
Oh.
And somebody, was that a flash of somebody off, Wilco?
No, everyone's kept it. I can just hear every car going, oh, Aussie Thunder!
Oh, Aussie Thunder! So, Aussie Thunder's off. Let's hope that Barters, he doesn't come back across. But that is the third person. It's not quite
that
the
puddle.
Wall of Champions, but it's the puddle of champions. And look at that.
I was just listening. Every car went over, it was going brr, brr, brr. So they've just aquaplaned over that. Oh, who's that? Righty's off. So, yeah, it's not been a good night. Righty's just, okay, he's
and
going
Righty
there.
seems to be in the car park there. Righty's finished for the day.
He's gone and enjoyed some nice Belgian hot chocolate or something in these cold conditions.
I've got to tell you, for a man who just recently picked up that Fanatec on your advice, Wilco, I reckon he's turned in about 3 laps in total, I reckon. I've seen of him in the past 2 weeks. But I shouldn't laugh, but these conditions are very tricky indeed. And a big buenos noches to our race leader, Voodoo Child, and the Nigerian Prince. Not that it rains this much in Nigeria, but Voodoo is handling these conditions very well. But I reckon...
Speaking of handling the conditions well, remember where OGT was, Trev? Look where he is now, to P5. So he's 14th? Gone from the back of the grid to P5.
14th to 5th. Well, this is a man who we thought his champ... He didn't get a lap in qualifying. And we thought that his championship challenge would be severely affected by this race. He was down in 14th after the eventful opening stanza, but now he's up in 5th. and only 4.3 seconds off of good vibes, as Righty's commenting there, and we've had to approve that comment there. Not sure whether we can say that on air, but he reckons there's some funny bunnies around out there on the circuit, and I've got to stop you there, Righty, for a second, if you don't mind, because here we go. We're coming up to that infamous puddle coming up over the top of Eau Rouge once again, lap 4 of this race. And Voodoo, you can feel it, can't you? Sorry, special people, Righty. That's what we need to say. Knobby Nuts, have they got to go to the left of that, Wilco?
I think, yeah, maybe the left is the way to go. Like, you go on the inside. I don't know, like, I'm just trying to... It's hard picking up where the puddle is when you can't really see it on the chase cam here, but... Oh yeah, I think staying to the left is the one you got to do. I can just hear every car just wheel spin over. That's good to watch.
We're gonna keep watching that. Poor OGT, says Righty, and I guess the only question is, if you've got two cars, you'd be very brave to go through there side by side, Wilco, because you might end up heading straight to the scene of the accident there if you're going side by side. But thank you.
Look at this, 6 minutes to go to the light rain.
Ooh, 6 minutes till light rain.
And that puddle's going to not be an issue soon.
That puddle won't be an issue at all. Oh, Voodoo's off, is he? No.
Oh.
I just thought Voodoo was going to have a moment there, and now Knobby Nuts.
He did, because Nobby's all over him here. Trev, call it.
Let's have a look. Knobby Nuts right up behind Voodoo, the Nigerian prince, getting it all wrong there. And I've got to say that leaves Nobby not too far behind him. I think it was Puon there going back down the hill. And, yep, the left was the go. Also having to lift off, says Righty, but that has put Knobby Nuts right in contention here. Don't forget about my Bingaling as well, who's 3 seconds further down the road. But Voodoo now, he's been a bit rattled by that mistake, Wilco, and now Knobby is lining him up now through Blanchimore and possibly could make a move into the chicane here.
It's going to be ballsy to get a move through the chicane. He's got to make sure he doesn't spin out here, because if you go on the outside of that curb, you're going to spin, so be careful. They got through. Nobby's actually had a good run here. Is he going to have a move, Trev?
Well, I've called it early.
Very sensible driver, Nobby.
He's not going to send it on this occasion, but Voodoo now has his bearings again. But he's just a little bit rattled, wasn't he? Our championship leader. He leads the championship by 27 points over OGT, and my Bingaling in third place. We'll get to those points maybe if things get a little bit boring later on, but this battle is where it is at the moment as we come through turn 1 once again, and you have to be so careful here. And what's next week, Wilco, says Victory Rider.
Next week, Victory Rider says Hooks, who missed tonight, unfortunately, after his P9 last week. Next week is Laguna Seca, so I don't think we're going to have any rain at Laguna, because that is about as dry as big ships. I better not finish that sentence too, Trev. But yeah, definitely desert next week, so definitely no rain.
Yep, no rain in the desert. Okay, compared to this, look at this, less than 13 minutes to go in this race, 11 people watching. Where else would you rather be? I say it each and every week, but it is great to have the first night of the KRL week.
Rick's
back
up to P6.
As Rick is up to P6. Very good in these conditions especially, but F1 Sniper, Mac Miller, Kilroy and Barters. Poor old Barters has been in the wars, hasn't he? Down there in 10th, Aussie Thunder with all sorts of damage. Heat, who's coming down the Camel Straight yet again in 12th. So there are some battles here. Mac Miller, who's looking to make some moves on F1 Sniper. And then we've got Rick Oztech in 6th, albeit 15 seconds behind OGT. But we might get back to that lead battle. As LJ Hooker says, all good. Had a very busy day back at work this week. Finally, I should say. And just forgot, Wilco. Yes, we'll see you in a second. But LJ Hooker, great to have you back, mate. Good to see you're up and about and back at work as well. And there seems to be an attack going on. Simba is attacking our man Wilco. Apparently, that's what I'm seeing in the comments section. But we'll stick with this because Voodoo leads, but only by 0.4 of a second. You can visually see the gap closing. Thank you for that, the great Murray Walker, rest in peace. But Voodoo now holds the lead, but not by much. Here we go then, through Blanchimore once again. Guess who's back up to the chicane then? First and second, it's closer.
Oh, he's got to run. Go left, go left, go left. What's he doing? He's trying to go right.
He's going left. Oh, he should have gone left, but he went right.
Oh, Voodoo's gone deep. Voodoo's gone deep.
Voodoo's gone deeper than Big Shep. I better not finish that either, Wilco, because where has he gone?
He's got him.
He's got him here. He's into the lead. So Nobby Nuts for Hot Nuts Racing leads this race. Voodoo went too deep at the final corner. Then I think he might have had to. Is there? Okay.
Yeah, he had to do a shortcut there. So
Nobby Nuts has disappeared. Nobby Nuts has.
Oh, he's disconnected.
He's completely disappeared. He went through the earth. He went through the earth.
No, Nobby.
And he's currently on his way to China to catch Rona, because this is unbelievable. He just disappeared off my screen, LJ Hooker. Unbelievable.
Oh, Nobby, no.
And Nobby Nuts, who just got into the lead, has been taken by that Chinese or Russian submarine, I'm not too sure, and he's heading off for an audience with Vladimir
driver
Putin.
of the day. Give it to him. Give it to him already.
Give him driver of the day. I'm not joking, J-Mans.
Poor Nobby.
I wish I was joking, but that is going to put Hot Nuts Racing in a very difficult position as well, because he was on for an incredible result in the wet, and now that leaves just Binger to fight it out with Voodoo. Don't forget about Good Vibes as well, and OGT is up to fourth.
OGT's all over him, isn't he?
And OGT all over
that
him.
Lexus is quick in the wet here, boys. This is what we want to see.
OGT all over Good Vibes, like Shep all over the female folk at Sinbad's down there in Carrum Downs in Victoria, or is it Scoresby? I'm not too sure. I've never really been there myself. But OGT in fourth, and Good Vibes not too far ahead of him either. Mac Miller now in fifth, all out on his own, 21 seconds behind this battle. But
if Nobby can join back within the next 10 seconds or so, he got blue screen. He just popped a message up then, so he just got blue screened. So if he can join back, he still will be on the lead lap. So he might be in last, but I might have to call a safety car for him, Trevor, if he can get back in the next 30 seconds and get down on track and knock all lap down.
That would be the right thing to do, because now that it's really robbed us of a great race. As we see F1 Sniper is around, we'll go to check that out. Can't change cameras too quickly, of course, on this game, Wilco, as we know. Because that blue screen is never far away. But Matterford says, no, you're joking. Unfortunately, it's not a yoke. We are not joking here. Plum Boss Voodoo with the Voodoos. And it seems that the Nigerian prince has worked some of his dark magic, Wilco. Because as soon as Nobby got past Voodoo, he disappeared into the shadow realm.
Definitely some black magic there, Trev. You pass me? No, you go goodbye. I am the Nigerian prince. I got your bank account details and your internet details, apparently.
And he has disconnected the modem. If you want your race result back, contact Voodoo Oletunju on 00123@hotmail.com or your internet service provider. But look at this through Eau Rouge. Whoever wins this race, it's going to be a fantastic effort. But boy, I am so
OGT's
upset
got a run here.
that Nobby Nuts isn't. But look at OGT. Go OGT, get the dogs, says Righty, and he's around the outside. Puddle or no puddle, Wilco, he's through and up to third position. Amazing.
And light rain in 6 minutes, so it's even lighter soon. So if this was a 45-minute race, Trev, it could be very interesting with wet tyres towards the end of this race. But unfortunately, there's only 7 minutes to go. So, yeah, Binger is under pressure here by OG, who's absolutely insanely quick in the wet conditions at the moment. So, yeah, we'll see what he can do.
Let's see what he can do. OGT, and he's only 1.5 seconds. Get this! Only 1.5 seconds off of Binger. He is absolutely flying. Do not go anywhere. And I can see how many people are watching this tonight, because there it is at the top of the screen for one, Wilco, but I could also see it on my other monitor, but that's not interesting. This is what's interesting. Lap 7 of this race, we've seen Voodoo, who made a mistake around this part of the circuit a couple of laps ago. Nobby Nuts overtook him after he went deep at the final chicane and then disappeared into Voodoo's shadow realm. And something to do with the Nigerian prince and his black magic. But Binger now in second position. And OGT, Wilco, look at him. He's getting so close here as we head through Blanchimont for lap 7 of this race. And this is
dry conditions in 6 minutes.
Dry conditions.
It's not going to dry out, but again, if this is tomorrow's weather conditions, I'll tell you what, that could be a very spicy end of the race as Binger just track extends there. But this is going to be good. Voodoo's not really streaking away at the moment, so it's going to be on. OGT could still get this win, so if he gets this win, he's going to have to get driver of the day, I reckon. Unfortunately for Nobby, as Vibes has spin, but just remember, Barters, who's in P5 now, was the one that was in the fence on the restart. So he's got big damage and he's still going. So OGT has damage too, apparently. Yeah, you can see it on the front of the car there. So yeah, he is absolutely flying at the moment, Trev.
He is absolutely flying, as Righty says, yep, get the dogs. LJ Hooker, OGT doing a gizzy. And Nobby Nuts, can you hear me exploding? I can hear it all the way from wherever you are, Nobby Nuts. But Righty, OGT has damage also from Harvey Spinner. As let's have a look at this now. OGT avoiding that puddle. What puddle? OGT didn't worry him last time around, did it, when he made the move on Good Vibes? But 5 minutes remaining, and look at that. The temperature is very cool, of course, here at Spa, but that rain is easing off in the next 4 or so minutes. But Voodoo not streaking away at the front, though, either, Wilco. 2.8 that gap now. So if OGT, I reckon OGT's got to make a move on Binger. If he's any chance to win this race, he's got to make this move stick.
Oh, there's a good battle between F1 Sniper, Kilroy and, Kilroy, Heat and Rick at the moment too. So that's something I'm going to watch out for as well. You watch that battle and I'll watch the Binger versus OG at the moment.
Let's just have a look at that battle. And Kilroy then not too far behind Rick Oztech. And was that F1 Sniper behind him? No, he's a little bit further back, I beg your pardon. But Kilroy, Rick Oztech and Mac Miller now. So Mac Miller, who was all on his own, is now coming. He's going to be under some pressure here, Mac, I reckon, from Rick and Kilroy. And Sniper a little bit further back. Aussie Thunder still running there, avoiding that puddle down.
Back to this lead battle here, Trev. Binger versus OG. Binger's all over. OGT's all over him now.
OGT, he gets a good exit out of Stavilo. I think that is down the bottom there of the map. But this is a very good run. And now the flat out.
Not flat out in these conditions.
Not quite flat out. You'd be very brave to go flat out, that's for sure, in these conditions. But with 3.5 minutes to go, it is OGT versus Binger, and this is very big, not just for this race, but for the championship as well. OGT needs to hold on to Voodoo in the championship. He's going to go down the inside, is he? No, he's just couldn't quite get a move done there, and he didn't quite fully send it, in fact. And he's got to
go for a big crisscross here. That's the key in these wet conditions, is just who can get the throttle down the fastest. So almost like my move on Matterford last week for the race win, I like to bring that up again, Trev, is you just got to get them to go nice and shallow into the chicane, into the hairpin, and you go the big wide route and big cut back and hit the apex really late. You should be able to get a big exit here.
Don't get me started on that move last week. Move of the bloody 21st century, I reckon. Unbelievable. Just gets me moister than this track thinking about it. But I've got to say, 2.5 minutes to go then, OGT. And he's going to have to send it slipstream up the straight, says LJ Hooker, and OGT. He's slotting
that Nissan's got some legs on the straight, so you need to outsmart him here, OG.
And it's going to take a bit to outsmart this man, because Binger, if you pardon the pun, Wilco, he didn't come down in the last shower. He's a very cool
good driver,
customer.
Binger.
Very good driver, especially in these conditions as well. And that Nissan, it's a very wide car here, but OGT down the inside. It's brave.
That's a bit too risky.
That is a bit too brave. Is it brave or foolish? I'll leave it up to you at home, because OGT went for the move, and he's only got the best part of probably one lap after this.
Yeah, this is his second last lap here.
So last lap.
He should have. Yeah, it's hard. I know it's in the moment thing. You need to go for a move as I'm getting attacked again by my dog. Leave me alone, please. I know what I'm doing. But he's got to hopefully he's got to get the exit coming onto this back straight here. He has to get him into the chicane for any chance to catch up Voodoo once he gets some clear air. That's the only chance he's got. He's going to stop raining in 2 minutes too, so that's not really going to affect things now, as it's too late into the race, but He's got to hopefully get a big exit here. This is what he needs. He needs to get off this corner right nice and beautifully here. Here we go.
Don't forget, he's got to get a good exit here out of Stavilo now. And this long run down towards the chicane, he's going to have
a little bit better,
an opportunity. A little bit closer here this time, Wilco. I reckon you're spot on. Go hard or go home.
It's going to be ballsy to go up the inside here.
And as James Hunt would say, big balls. That's right, OGT. He couldn't quite get it done last lap. Coming up to the bus stop chicane.
Send it on the outside, and then you're going to have to crisscross. That's what he has to do. He has to go outside and then crisscross.
Outside, inside, you name it. He's
outside,
got to do
outside.
the
That's it. Now he's going to turn hard right. Go right, go right, go right. Oh, not enough. He's still got to follow the same lines. He's not going to get any better traction.
So, leader is on the final lap. Universal Boss lets us know. Thank you for that, Chris Gale. And it's going to be a matter of who doesn't blush first. If you know what I mean. OGT down the inside. I thought they were going to make contact.
Again, going the inside is not going to work. He needs to go outside and go to the inside after the corner.
It's not going to work, my friend.
Better exit.
Coming from a champion.
He's trying.
He's trying now. Can he get it done? Final time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is going to be the final lap. OGT gets a very good run across the top of Eau Rouge there. And Voodoo now, well, that gap, it was saying 2.9 seconds, but it looks a lot less than that. Is Voodoo going to have problems here on the final lap? This race is not over by any stretch of the imagination. Under brakes in the third corner, says LJ Hooker. And LJ Hooker, if you're the best, you certainly are. But where can he get this move done? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to vote for your driver of the day as well. Once again, after half an hour of racing, this is quality driving, righty. That is spot on. And OGT, Voodoo, that gap to the front is less than 2 seconds now. But this could be it.
Oh, Voodoo had a massive moment.
And Voodoo's had a moment, has he?
This was almost
first, second, and third. Yes, that famous call from Monza all those years ago. And Voodoo, OGT runs a little bit wide through the downhill entrance to Pouon there. But the final lap of this race, we've only had 10 laps, but who would have thought?
Who's going to get this win? Quickly get your comments in. Who's going to win this one
here? Get your comments in. Half a lap to go. Last sector, last corner now. Need your spot on, LJ Hooker. Everyone needs to get every corner absolutely spot on. But look at this. We've got the top three, first, second, and third, separated by less than, roughly about 2 seconds, Wilco. And, who is going to win this race? OGT runs wide out of Stavilo now, and for the final time, the run down to the final bus stop chicane. And the last lap of the race, Voodoo is in front, but could Binger win this race, Wilco?
Binger's quick in a straight line. Massively quick. He's got a big, good run. OGT's wide again.
OGT's wide at the
They're all
back.
trying hard out.
And
awesome.
Voodoo, look at this. Voodoo to hold the lead. So LJ Hooker reckons Voodoo's got it in the bag. I've got to agree with you. So does Matterford. But out of the final corner, Voodoo is going to win this race. But who's going to finish second? Binger finishes in second. OGT, an incredible drive from him.
There's another big battle going on towards the back here.
And let's have a look. We've got Kilroy.
Mac.
So it's not just the top three. Kilroy around the outside of Mac Miller.
Oh, he's stuck on the curb.
And he's stuck on the curb.
Where's Rick?
Shades
he's a little bit further behind.
Well, is Mac going to get on the radio and say, he passed me off the track, guys. He passed me off the track. Just like Max.
Goodbye, Singe P4, Barter's P5, and this is going to be P6 and 7 here.
P6. Well done, guys. Great stuff, LJ Hooker. Been an absolute pleasure to bring this to you. But Kilroy around the final corner and out of it again. So he is going to finish 6th, I believe. Is he, or Mac? Yep, so they've swapped places, haven't they? So Kilroy 6, Mac 7th, Rick Oztech in 8th. So battles right down the field. And holy damn, Aquaplane City. Keep your eyes open for a puddle. Aquaplane City. Maroondah Highway, Ringwood. And yes, there we go. That's more down Wilco's part of the world. But Aussie Thunder then in the final points-paying position. Not easy to get points against these guys. I should know after picking them up in Monza in the mid-season break. Just had to throw that in there. Not quite your move at Imola, which just gives me a hard on every time I think about it. I absolutely loved it. Move of the century, they're calling it, as Heat is a long way off here, Wilco. He may have finished the race.
He's finished the race. He has TRT last cut across the line.
being a lap down as GRT not
Let's get the
really...
slicks out now. It's dried up heaps quick.
Well, maybe that's what... it's the only way GRT is going to make any impression here as he crosses the line. Only joking there, GRT. Not quite dynamite tonight, that's for sure. But that, I've got to say, that does keep the championship alive here, doesn't it? Binger and OGT, Voodoo's two biggest championship rivals, have finished in second and third. Our top three are coming into the post-race podium. And J-Mads,
Madford's comment
I love it. Madford says, yeah, we get it. Wilco past me. Trev giving Wilco a little elbow nudge there. LJ Hooker, you're the best. What a race as our top
Who
three.
is your driver of the day, by the way, boys? Get your comments in. Who's your driver of the day?
Get your comments coming in for your driver of the day. And we'll add them to our beautiful graphics done by Voodoo, of course, for our driver of the week as well. But, wow, what a race. Where do we begin to unpack this one, I hear you ask? And the Nigerian Prince Voodoo, have you got us there on the line?
Copy that.
Copy that. Well, incredible stuff, Voodoo. Where do we begin? Absolutely heart-in-mouth stuff there right throughout the 30 minutes of that race. Safety cars galore, pissing down rain. It doesn't rain too much in Nigeria, mate, but you handled it absolutely superbly. And talk us through your race tonight.
Thank you. That was really tough, to be honest. Fair play to all the Tier 2 boys that managed to get through that. It was Aquaplane City at the top, and it was Aquaplane City through the back. So, yeah, no, honestly, it was a really tough race. I hadn't done any wet practice here. I worked up the pressures during that practice session that we had before quali, and just went, yeah, hope they work. I ended up with 34 PSI, so had Binger honing me down, watching that mirror over the last lap, and one small mistake, and that would have been a good one. But yeah, holy damn, man, that was a crazy race. I've got Binger for driver of the day for myself, but man, that was crazy.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, mate. What a win. All sorts of pressure right at the end there, mate. But you won the race tonight. You extend your championship lead. That's very handy, of course, now with just 3 rounds left. And you did an absolutely fantastic job tonight, mate. Congratulations.
Cheers, Trev. Cheers, Walker.
Great stuff as we move along. Binger, mate.
How are you, buddy?
I'll take this podium too. This guy's been trash talking me all week. So if you were a Victorian, mate, you would have won that race. Let's just sink that in.
I think I drove like a Victorian. My bloody gearbox was stuck in reverse in the pits. I came out I think I came out in 5th.
Well, that's
some sort of pick
Japanese
glitch.
stuff, mate.
Yeah, some sort of glitch happened.
Great race, great finish, all three of you boys.
Mate.
But yeah, how'd you go? How'd you go in your race there, mate? You were sort of in no man's land for a little bit, and then quite up towards the end.
I did, yeah. No wet practice whatsoever, so dry setup, whack the wets on, and just get the pressures right on them. And I just had to gingerly drive it. I think I was going through a Rouge half the time in 3rd or 4th gear, just cruising, so I didn't lose it. But yeah, for me, driver of the day, OG, bit of an incident.
All the votes coming in.
Yeah, he's come from the back to fucking knock me back bumper off again. But yeah, I was catching Voodoo towards the end there. I think he was just trying to play it safe and had a little mistake. I could have probably threw it up the inside on the last corner there, but that would have been a bit rough. So happy with 2nd and good race. A good wet race.
The thing is, you drive a big boat, mate, so those conditions were
That's right, mate. Suits it. Suits the boat.
Car of yours.
Yes.
But no, well done, mate. We'll catch you tomorrow night. You got some good pace in the Cup car recent week, so hopefully you have a nice battle tomorrow night with yours.
I'll see you up the front, buddy.
Take it easy.
Thanks.
OG. Trev, you can take this one away. Your man OG up to P3.
All right, thank you for that, Wilco. OGT getting votes left, right, and centre here for driver of the day, mate. Talk us through that. It was a crazy race, that's for sure, mate. You missed out in qualifying, couldn't quite get a lap in, down to 14th, I think, at one stage, mate, and you worked your way all the way back up to 3rd. A fantastic effort by anyone's measure, but talk us through what happened, mate, in that crazy race tonight.
I've barely got any words. Got disconnected in quali, just as I got my tyres up to pressure and I was about to do my first flying lap, disconnect. So that, I gotta be honest, I was absolutely fucking fuming at that. Then I jumped back in, someone for some unknown reason, sent it 3 wide in Eau Rouge. Cars barreled into me, took me out. I had 40 seconds of damage. Went to the pits, had a decent pit stop other than the 10 seconds of damage, and then, I just tried to minimise the mistakes. Under safety car, I ran into a Lexus that was stopped in the middle of the road, so I don't know if I'm in a bit of trouble, but I'll take whatever penalties may come my way, because I come into this race with a ruthless mindset tonight to just throw it wherever I needed to try and catch Voodoo. So I'm stoked with P3 and appreciate all the votes for driver of the day. I would say it's one of my best drives in conditions I'm not used to. And I want to thank Binger and Voodoo, of course, and all you blokes and all the other boys who hung tough and made it to the end. So thanks guys.
Great stuff. Well said,
quick
OG.
question. Sorry,
Yep.
sorry to jump in. Quick question, OG. Were you thinking of trying the crisscross, doing everything you could to get in front of Binger? Then you seemed to have a lot more pace. That Lexus was
but after,
singing it. Don't watch the stream back because I was saying, "Go outside, go outside, go outside," trying to get that late apex there.
I threw it down the inside of the hairpin at
we saw that
just before No Name.
Yeah.
Locked him up. Took my foot off the brake and just gunned it through so I didn't take him out.
Yeah.
He knew what was up, thank God, and then was back on him, and there was a couple of spots where I thought about it, but I figured after the race I'd had and the contact that had already preceded,
P3
it was best to consolidate and take P3, and I'll be honest, I was hoping for my old mate to throw one of them tyres on the ripple strip, but it just didn't.
Oh, thank God.
Great race, guys. Well done. We'll catch you both tomorrow night, and Voodoo will catch you in the safety car tomorrow night.
Thanks a lot, brothers.
Yeah, well,
Thanks, boys. Thanks, Trev. Thanks, Jace.
Intense.
Fantastic stuff. Hearing from our top 3 there. And wowee, what a race it was. Voodoo, Binger and OGT. Not quite sure. We haven't had the championship points up at this stage, but we'll get those updated. But tomorrow night, you thought that was crazy. Tomorrow night, we're back to do it all over again for Tier 1.
Yes, can we please have some rain for tomorrow night? I want to see these cup cars in the rain, Trev. They're not as bad as everyone thinks. We had a couple of practice sessions last week at Imola in the wet, and it was looking like it was going to be a wet race, and it didn't. So, we'll see. Just like Righty not delivering on race day, the rain was nowhere to be seen.
No, okay. Wow, I wasn't expecting that, but we did see the safety car tonight, though. I think, which was that the first time for Tier 2? Or not?
Yeah, it was.
Yep,
No, it was.
First time. So probably. Well, and definitely because of those conditions as well. So no
and
surprises.
Eau Rouge's turn 1's always going to, at the best of times, be safety car sort of city there. But no, they did well. Everyone did well. Again, these Tier 2 boys, driving out their skin and driving very cleanly, Trev, which is good to see.
Great to see. We are almost out of time, ladies and gentlemen. Big thank you to everyone. LJ Hooker there, Matterford as well, Righty, who had plenty of time to leave those comments, didn't he, Wilco? Anyway, we'll forget about that. But Drew, Nemo, who's sleeping soundly over there in New Zealand, everybody else, Buggerlugs, Wilco, OGT, everyone who's left comments, thank you for joining us and being a part of the stream tonight. Like I keep saying, don't forget, tomorrow night, Tier 1 from the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It was great to have your company tonight. Take care. Thank you, Jason, who said very entertaining. So great to have you with us, Jason Cutler. Very entertaining. Great to bring this stream to you. Stay safe, everyone out there. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Tier 1 from 8 p.m. Until then, it's bye for now.